All right, we are back. We are live. Welcome back, everybody, to your favorite nerdy podcast where we talk about everything pop culture, especially comic books, movies, anime. That podcast being Comic
X Weeb! Ha! Ha! Ha!
I'm your co-host, James, aka Comics for Cheap, aka hashtag Send It to James, aka Cast Robert Downey Jr. as the new Kang. And I got my co-host here with me.
It's your boy. I can't believe it's been so long. I'm just going to say it first and foremost. It is good to be back. Anyway, it's your boy Chris, a.k.a. Dino. Hit me with the music. Black Santa, acknowledge me, revere me, a.k.a. Draymond out here taking out them European players, ain't he, man? Them foreign players better look out. Oh, my God, because Draymond coming to town. A.K.A. Super.
Uh-huh.
Gold.
Yeah.
What? Water. Sponsored by nobody. We still ain't got no sponsors. We've been gone for too damn long. But I'm telling y'all, they coming. Oh, they coming. But until then, we are unsullied since 2021.
That's right. Hit that like button for us. Subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate y'all just chilling, talking in the comments. We'll always highlight and talk back with you. So we've been gone for a month. It's been crazy. Our schedules have been hectic. It's the holidays. Everything's going on. But we are back tonight, and we got a whole lot to talk about. So let's not waste any more time and jump right into it. Chris, you're bringing up the Draymond Green stuff right off the bat. So let's just lead off with that.
We're going to lead with Draymond, man. This guy is... I know you saw it, what happened with him and Youssef. Like, Draymond has a problem. and it becomes the Warriors' problem. Because you got to think about this. In the last 15 months, you can say, maybe even 14 months, Draymond has knocked out a teammate. And to be fair, we should not know about that moment about him and Poole. That only happened because a member of the Warriors leaked that out. We would not know about that, and we should not know about that, but we do. So we got to count it. He's knocked out a teammate.
Got to count it.
He stepped on a player's chest, and look, I mean, it was just ridiculous in that situation. It made no sense in that playoff game. That was just stupid.
I forgot about the chest step.
Yeah. I mean, like, this guy's insane. He has got into it with multiple players. He got into it with Donovan Mitchell where he pushed him, blah, blah, got in trouble for that. He got into it with Steven Adams because he seems to always get into it with Steven Adams. He has kicked Steven Adams in the dick like 3 times. What is up with him Anyway, he's choked out Rudy.
Yep.
Got suspended for that.
Sure.
And obviously we got this incident that happened last week.
Yep. Where he was flailing around like he was fighting off some ghosts.
Did you hear his explanation?
No. What was his explanation?
So he was like, when he first said it, it sounded stupid to begin with. Then he continued. But anyway, he was like, he doesn't flop. So he sell fouls with his hands. And I was like, that sounds dumb to begin with. But anyway.
What foul?
He sell calls with his hands. So when Youssef had him, and I mean briefly was touching him, he claims that he was being pulled. So to sell the play, he reacted that way. #bars. That made no sense whatsoever. That was so stupid. Just to like when that came out of his mouth, I was like, bro, you was just better off coming like just not even
he
going
was
there.
barely even he was playing defense. He wasn't barely even touching him.
Exactly. So he tried to sell a call, which you would have never got a call for that because he didn't push you. He was playing defense. So he tried to sell, according to him, he tried to sell that by flipping turning his hands back and hitting the dude in the face.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen that before.
No.
Not like that for that reason.
So he's been suspended indefinitely. Has there been any update on the indefinite part of his suspension?
As of right now, no. Okay. Now, the longest thing for a player for an incident like this, for not counting anything like the Mouse to the Palace, but was also involving Ron Artest when he was a Laker, one of my Lakers, and he hit James Harden in the face with his elbow. He was suspended for 7 games.
Okay.
Draymond is definitely going to go over 7. Honestly, my opinion, he should get 10 to 15 games should be his suspension. And even if they said, we're going to take you for the rest of the season, I wouldn't even been upset with that. But that could be too harsh. That's too harsh, probably. But I personally wouldn't be upset with that because my issue with Draymond is he keeps doing this over and over and over. Right. And when he took out Rudy, his exact thing was, well, I'm not going to change. This is who I am.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, it also showed that the Minnesota Timberwolves, they don't give a shit about Rudy Gobert. His teammates don't like him whatsoever because Cat just watched it. Like Karl Anthony Towns was just sitting there watching Draymond choking this dude out. Like, you get in there and you help your teammate out.
What's up, Street Food? How you doing, bro?
What's
he
good?
Says aloha. Episode 106. That's right.
That's right. It's back out. But Draymond has a problem. Like, he's too much of a repeat offender, where he's done these things over and over and over. Like, he got away with so many things where he has hit people in the privates and got away with it.
How do you get away with that?
I don't know, but Draymond has gotten away with way too much crap.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, we'll see what happens with him. I think you're right. I think it's probably like a 10 to 15 game suspension is what's gonna come out of it. And speaking of suspensions, I don't know if you have anything else basketball wise. I feel like was there something else?
Ja Morant making his return, and like you said, even if he hit his 3, what did he do? Boy, ain't never
up guns, bro. Comes back and throws up the fucking guns. That shit cracked me up so much, bro. Oh my god!
But he did hit a game winner.
Yeah,
against the Pelicans that night. And I will give it credit. That was really bad defense from the Pelicans too, though. Like, let's not get it twisted. This is a player who you can't defend one-on-one like that. That's just stupid. You need to double. And they just decided to defend him one-on-one. I know he was sitting there like as Shaq would say, "Oh, it's barbecue chicken time. He's gonna eat," and that's what he did. Like, he killed it because, I mean, he's too good of a player. You can't defend him one-on-one like that. You're going to get destroyed every single time. It's the Pelicans. You don't got a shutdown defender. And even if you did, he probably needs some help. The boy's on fire. And they didn't do it, and they end up losing embarrassingly. So, I mean, hey, shout out to Ja for that. But the boy really, I don't think he's ever
No,
going to learn.
maybe he won't actually hold guns on Instagram Live no more, but we'll see.
We'll see. Season just started. Give him time.
All right. So what I was saying with the suspension, speaking of suspensions, that dude from I think it was the Steelers, right? The defensive player who hit the guy where he was like laid out and he just came in and hit him. He got suspended for the rest of the season. That shit's crazy. Because looking at it in slow motion, I was like, damn, that looks bad. But when you look at it live, and it's like they both kind of left their feet at the same time, pretty much, going for the ball. And then he just, like, the way that the offensive player was just laid out completely, he was like horizontal to the ground. And then he just fucking hit him. Didn't hit him helmet to helmet. He hit him in the shoulder. But yeah, I felt that was a little harsh. I don't know. What do you think?
I did too. I thought that was a little too harsh too. I mean, I get it. The NFL is really, really cracking down on player safety, especially if a player is supposedly defenseless. I get that, but I don't think the rest of I mean, I guess to be fair, if you really think about it, the season is almost over. So if you look at it in the reality of things, the season is about to be over. So I mean, yeah, it's not that many games left.
3 or 4 weeks, right? 3 or 4 weeks.
So I guess I guess it kind of makes sense then, because if it's just for the rest of this season and it doesn't count for anything next season, he probably would have been suspended for like probably 5 games.
You think so?
Yeah.
It would have been more. I feel like
it would have been more than 2 games. So if you would have said it would have been 4 or even 5, then the rest of the season does make sense because it's not many games left.
I guess
it just sounds probably postseason than what it is because it's like the rest of the season. If let's say the Steelers, I can't remember the Steelers record, but let's say they do make the playoffs.
They're terrible.
Okay, but let's say the Steelers didn't make the playoffs. If it would have counted towards the playoffs too, then definitely would have been too much. But I think it's just the rest of the season and that's it. So I think they looked at it as it's not many games left. And we would have suspended him for that long. Because I'm pretty sure it would have been more than 2 anyway. So I don't know. It's still crazy though.
It's harsh. Yeah, it's definitely harsh. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yeah, maybe throw him out of the game. Like I could see that they got him out of the game. Yeah. But even still, because they, like I said, they both left their feet at the same time. It looked like he made a legitimate play at the ball at first, and then like kind of just tucked the shoulder. And I don't know, man. I don't like what are the defensive players supposed to do? Just watch him catch it and then just tap him on the ground after he's caught the ball. Mm-hmm. Like, oh well, I can't really hit him, so he caught it, fell on the ground, so I'll slap him on the butt, and now he's down.
You're not wrong about that. The defensive players have been screwed this era because every single thing they do is a flag, is risks of suspension, is fines. I mean, you can't play defense anymore. You can't really hit a person anymore. Those hits we used to love growing up, watching Ray Lewis and them get those power hits, you can't do that anymore. You will be fined or suspended if you do those hits now, and it sucks because it kills the defensive player. And it makes it harder for them to know what's right and what's wrong. And that do suck. I will give you that 100%. I don't like a lot of the rules. I mean, look, this ain't ballet. It's football.
Even Tom Brady came out and said something in defense of that Steelers defenseman. Where he was like he said it was the receiver's fault.
There you go. Yeah. No, that's fair. And I actually can agree with Tom. Yeah, it would have probably been the receiver's fault. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying what I see. I'm not.
I'm with you. I do think it's harsh.
Anything. It's just.
I'm with you. I do think it's harsh. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a Steelers fan, so you can say that But it just felt like it was like, well, what are these defensive players supposed to do, kind of thing. I don't know.
No, I agree. I was gonna say I do think it's harsh. I'm just saying I think I understand why the NFL decided to go down that route in terms of the rest of the season, but I don't agree with it though. I don't agree with it, but I do get why they said rest of the season. If they were going to suspend them, the crack down, it was going to be a good suspension. So they just said just end the season. But I do agree it's harsh, and I don't agree with it.
For sure, we got like plenty of NFL stuff too. So you were talking about you wanted to say something about Russell. So what you got for Russell?
Damn right. And you all know your boy don't sit here to defend Russell Wilson very much. I'm not the biggest Russell Wilson fan, but damn it, that is a man who, before all the craziness, before he got to this team, he was viewed as a Hall of Famer. This is a Super Bowl champion. This is a guy who's went to multiple Super Bowls. This is a guy who, I mean, honestly, even this season, if you look at his numbers, they're not even bad. And he's brought back a dead season and he's at least made them relevant.
Yeah. I was gonna say, didn't they go on like a 5 or 6 game winning streak?
Yeah. He was beating everybody who came their way. So and he was playing good football. It wasn't him just like being there and they're winning despite him. No, this dude was playing solid quarterback football. So the play, they was at the line. They was at like bright big so angry. But they was about at the end zone, looked like they were about to score or whatever. And there was some like play calling that was off or whatever. I don't know if he called the wrong play and Sean Payton wanted him to do a different play or what. But they end up getting some offsides got hit. The receivers won't line up right. There was some weird stuff that was happening that ended up messing all that stuff up. But anyway, when he got back to the sidelines, there was also plays where 2 different times it looked like they scored. And Sean Payton didn't challenge any of them.
Right. What was he doing?
I don't know. I would have challenged him.
For sure.
Because it looked like he broke the plane on both those plays back to back.
How do you not challenge it?
How do you not?
Oh my gosh.
I would have definitely challenged the first one. So even if we got it wrong, it's at least like, yo, come on now. That was too close. So if that happened that second time, it'd be like, how was that not it? You got to have some explaining to do. At least that's Phil Jackson was a master of that stuff. He would just like get in the ref's ear, just like, yo, man, you really ain't going to call that. And then that play happens later on, it gets called. And Phil was a master at manipulating the refs like that. That's probably why we got that, that game against the Kings that I ain't going to front. That playoff game, Lakers, it was on a free throw line every damn play. That we cheated that game. Anyway, we still beat them and became champions, so screwed up. He didn't challenge it. So when Russ was on the sideline, it looked like he said something, and then Sean Payton just went off on him, yelling at him in front of the cameras. And this was one of those things where he knew the cameras was on them. He knew that. This wasn't a thing where they was in the back or the side, sitting down and the cameras just catch them. No, Sean knew where the cameras was. And it was
if you're on the sideline, there's a camera on you. Like
exactly. All the players know, everybody knew the cameras was on them. Yeah. And he just dressed him down. Yeah. And I'm like, hold the hell up, Sean Payton. Who the hell are you to yell at Russell Wilson like that? Who do you think you are?
Yeah,
like,
who is he?
You ain't that impressive, man. I ain't never seen you once yell at Drew Brees like that.
Right.
And you can get away with that because because what Russell's just ain't gonna, bark back at you like that. But there's other quarterbacks he wouldn't have been able to do that to. And I think Drew Brees would have barked back at him like, hold on, bro. You ain't gonna yell at me like that, like this, in front of these cameras, dressing me down. Like
in front of my friends.
You punking me. What? What?
I said in front of my friends.
In front of my friends? Exactly. You punking me down in front of my friends. All of them. Like, no, because that makes the quarterback look bad. And not just the quarterback look bad, it makes him look weak, I should say, in front of the rest of the team. Mm-hmm. Because I remember, and I know Sean Payton's from that Bill Parcells tree, and Bill Parcells did that. But when Bill did that to certain quarterbacks, they barked back at him because they said it. Look, if we didn't say anything back to him, we look weak in front of the rest of the guys. So when he yelled at us, we yelled at him. Like, yo, you ain't going to be yelling at me like that. And that's what Russ should have done. Russ should have dressed his ass down. Because at the end of the day, it would have been like, what can you do? You can't cut me. And even
it would
if
have been interesting
money y'all gonna owe me, you go right ahead. Y'all still gonna be paying me, and I'll be picked up by another team like that.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like Russ just giving him the stare. I feel like Russ was just giving him the stare down was a smart move. Hold on. Let me just finish, because the way the media took it, they were all getting on Sean Payton.
Of course.
Right. And ain't nobody saying shit about Russ. But if Russ were to turn around and throw any kind of a temper, I mean, look at how they did Mahomes when he went after the ref.
Mahomes was different, though.
But they villainized him real quick because he got emotional. I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong. Whatever. That's like he was in the moment of that game, but he let it come out to the surface. Russ didn't let it come out to the surface, and media ain't say not a word against Russ, but they said some shit against Sean Payton, and they sure shit said a whole week saying shit about Patrick Mahomes. So I don't know. I feel like him just kind of chilling and just being like, people who were watching the game saw the shit that just went down. We broke the plane twice. Sean Payton didn't challenge. That was kind of bullshit. We were off a 5 or 6 game winning streak. We'll be right back in it. Blah blah blah. The Lions are just stupid hot right now. It doesn't even make sense. We'll be back with it. I feel like Russ did the right thing, but that's just me. I don't know. That's just
only because at least when it comes to Patrick's situation was different because this is why Patrick was different. Why he took heat. Patrick didn't have an argument. His whole thing was, think about what he said, what him and I love me some Patrick Mahomes. You love Patrick Mahomes, but this was stupid. And like, this came across as entitled because his whole argument was, he didn't say, the player was not offsides. No, the player was offsides. His argument was, well, the referees didn't call it, didn't tell us they was going to call it. Excuse me?
It was like, they didn't tell him when they didn't tell him when he checked in or whatever.
He said that out loud, that the referee should have warned them. And then Andy Reid said the same thing in a press conference. Well, the ref should have warned us. Excuse me?
I feel like what they meant was when the
game and say, your player's offsides. Can you step him back a little bit? Oh, thank you. Hell no. That's not how that works. Your boy was offsides by a mile too. Like you can't even argue that he wasn't. His ass was way too far ahead. So it's like he's offsides. That is a rule. So if they're going to do that for y'all, every single rule that happens, they need to make sure they warn every single team before they call it. It's like, duh, that's not how that works. So he went off and came across as a child. Like that was a time where I was like, oh, you being a little bitch now. Why you mad like that? Your boy was offsides. That's not something you don't have an argument.
From my understanding, when the receiver checks with the ref is supposed to say off. Like if a receiver goes and checks with the ref, he'll tell him like yay or nay, not like, I don't know. Because when I played hockey,
he didn't do that. He just stood there.
Yeah, he just stood there. Yeah, no, Tony's an idiot. He's cost the Chiefs plenty of games.
Yeah, I got you, but he didn't do that. So the ref does not have to stop and tell him, hey, you're offside. Right. No, he didn't check. He was ready to get that play going. And it was an amazing play. It would have been.
Yeah.
And they would have won.
But it would have made Taylor Swift's panties hit the floor so fast. Oh, my God.
They would have won, not for sure, but still.
Yeah. Taylor Swift's panties would have hit the ground so fast you wouldn't even believe it.
No, I know. But no, it's just like he came across as a child. Because that was childish.
No, yeah.
That was childish. That was different.
That was childish.
Yeah, that was childish. And then I also didn't like, even though he wasn't aiming it towards Josh Allen, but it was still kind of messed up how he was up there. And Josh was surprised. He was like,
yo, that like,
I'm pretty sure he had to think like, is he talking to me? Okay, he's not talking to me. So I'm gonna let him go, but that was kind of fucked up. Like I would have sent him a text like, bro, like that was a little too much. Like you could have at least like legitly dapped me up and gave me some love, but then you could have went to the. You kind of made it seem like he was angry at me, but I know you wasn't. But still, so he was childish. That was childish. So I'm happy that he apologized because like that was too much.
Yeah, that cracked me up though when he was worst fucking call I've ever seen. When Josh Allen's like, "Good game, bro." Worst fucking call I've ever seen in my life. Oh, okay. I was like, God damn, Mahomes. Shit. Kermit the Frog getting mad over here. What the hell? God damn. Jesus Christ.
For real?
Oh my God.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah, but I'm glad that hey, Allen's on a 2-game streak right now, beating he beat the Cowboys this week, and
he did beat the Cowboys. They blew them out too.
Yeah,
and that ended Dak Prescott's MVP chances, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to win it now. That ended it. So,
who do you think is
I want
going
to
to
say this about Jalen Hurts too. Speaking of that, Jalen Hurts, his whole season, if you really look at it, the Eagles been winning, but he's been playing bad all year.
Mm-hmm.
Like all year, he's been playing bad. So they just been winning. Like he's good at winning, but his numbers have been bad all year. So now,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like I felt like the Eagles have had one of the easiest fucking schedules. First of all, and I mean, Eagles and the Cowboys have both had some really easy schedules. And
I mean, you gotta remember that schedules are gonna mirror each other in a huge way anyway. So yeah.
And yeah, they're about to fall. I love that they're both falling apart now. It's like right on schedule. Every time it hits December time, the Eagles and Cowboys just fall the fuck apart.
Now hold on now. The Eagles did go to the Super Bowl last year, and the Eagles are not the Cowboys.
Yeah, I know. But
I also think the Eagles
still
get there this year too, so I don't need them to fall apart.
You think the Eagles are going to get there this year?
Remember, I picked the Eagles and the Bills.
You did pick the Eagles and the Bills. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now because I just brought it up. Because now what my question is for you is now that we have seen, August through December football, who do you think is in the MVP running now?
I actually do think it's unfortunately Tyreek Hill took himself. He didn't take himself out, but he got hurt. And it's gonna be hard. It's hard for a receiver to ever win that anyway. I don't think he would have won it. Period. But I think it would be Purdy, and the three would be Purdy, Lamar, and McCaffrey.
McCaffrey? I was gonna say McCaffrey. That's funny.
I think
I wouldn't say Purdy.
Numbers aren't good enough. I don't think Lamar's numbers are good enough compared to Purdy and even McCaffrey. So I would say between the two 49ers would be the ones who would win it.
I would say McCaffrey.
I would be fine with him winning because how important.
I'd be fine with.
And to be fair, Purdy's important too. Like I know he's looked at as a game manager, but this dude plays winning football. He's smart. And I don't think you could just put anybody in that spot and they will be winning.
I don't think he's bad.
Huh?
I said I don't think he's bad at all.
Yeah.
Of course, he's got a great team around him.
He does, but he's also a good player. He's a really, really good player.
Yeah.
He reminds me. Do I want to say? I am going to say it. If he wins the Super Bowl, he reminds me of Kurt Warner. And Kurt Warner was elite. Kurt Warner was elite. But he did have the greatest show on earth. That's what they was called. That Rams team was unbelievable, and they won the Super Bowl. It was really good. They had that team stacked, and they was great. Their nickname was the greatest show on turf. Like they was amazing. So, but he was still an elite quarterback. I think if Purdy wins the Super Bowl, he definitely wins MVP, and then he goes on and they win the Super Bowl. I do think he's an elite quarterback, and I think that. You can't just put anybody in that spot because look, like if porn star Jimmy was still playing for them, I don't think they'll be as good as they are now.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, like Purdy and his numbers are pretty damn good. Like Purdy is playing, he got a lot of weapons, but a typical game manager is not gonna put up and his numbers could increase. The season ain't over yet, but average, he could get up to close to 40 touchdowns. That's not a normal game manager. That's not a game manager.
No.
A game manager is a guy who's going to give you like 20, 25 at most.
Yeah.
Like he could get up to 40.
He's got weapon after weapon. It's
saying,
tough for me to say Purdy.
Have weapons who don't give you those numbers though.
Yeah. I would say McCaffrey or Hill. And even Hill getting hurt kind of proves his essentialness to the team. How, I mean, I know that, Tua's got other people on that team that he's still making it work, but he's definitely struggled a little bit without Hill. And if Hill gets a 2,000-yard season, I don't know how you don't give it to Hill.
It's going to depend on the other guy's numbers. Like if everybody, because of the games that he missed, you got an injury or whatever, you got to look at that and then look at the other guys who are continuing to play. I don't think, I don't think Christian McCaffrey numbers are going to go down. I think he's going to keep playing. No. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. And if Purdy numbers continue to go up, it's going to be hard not to give it to him. Definitely went how like the 49ers look like the best team in the NFL. It's going to be hard not to give him the MVP. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard not to give it to anybody in the 49ers right now.
Dang, that's crazy. Who did I pick to win it? That's fucking wild. That's crazy. Damn, that's fucking crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
Who did I pick to win? Oh man.
Crazy,
dude, I fucked up in the AFC though. I'll tell you that. I fucked up in the AFC. I picked Bengals and I picked Joe Burrow as MVP, bro.
Hey, my Josh Allen pick ain't looking too good right now, but I try to stick with my boy. But I mean, y'all are the Bengals. The Bengals just got to look. No, you didn't. The Bengals just got to make the playoffs. If they make the playoffs, everything's wiped clean. That's still a talented team. You don't want to just go against.
No, that's true. I'm just saying, like I messed up. You know, they started off like 0-4
because of his injury. Because he got hurt.
Yeah, he got injured. He got injured again.
Because he never really healed. They just kept his ass out there. It was like, bro, sacrifice those first couple of games. Don't let him play. Everybody was saying that. And big shocker, he got hurt again. Wow, shock. So stupid management. That's just dumb. Like the fucking, like Aaron Rodgers talking about him coming back. Just stupid.
Nah, he ain't coming back.
No, he's not coming back. He came out and said that he's
he ain't coming back.
He wasn't coming. He basically said he's not coming back on the Pat McAfee show.
Oh shit. But what you picked Bills for AFC and to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I picked San Fran to win Super Bowl and NFC, while you picked the Eagles for the NFC.
Yep.
So yeah, it'll be interesting these last few weeks. We're pretty damn close, I got to tell you.
Yeah. I mean, both of us, like all four of our guys, could technically, squeak themselves in. Two of our guys are pretty much in. Two of our guys are in. The other two guys, they got to do something. But if everybody can get in, that's gonna be it's gonna be a crazy season. And I actually want to see what them ankle biters up in Detroit are gonna do. Like this has been a really interesting season.
Ankle biters. That dude still cracks me up so much, bro. Every time he's got some press conference, I'm just like, what is he saying now? Like, what?
Hey, at the end of the day, he motivates them, so I give him credit. Yeah. He has motivated his boys, so props to him. That man what to do and know what to say because they are unbelievable. Woo! Did not expect Detroit to have this kind of season.
No, not at all. All right. One last thing with football. I think you said you wanted to bring up something about Cam Newton.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you. So Cam Newton came out and he was talking about game changers and game managers and blah, blah, blah. And he brought up Dak Prescott as being more of a game manager.
Yeah.
Did he also said Purdy too, right?
I can't remember the exact people he named. He named a few people.
Because he named a few people. I can't remember who was the guy he said game manager. Obviously, he said Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen as game changers, and a couple. I think he said Joe Burrow. Yeah, they are. And I didn't disagree with the people he said because I don't think Dak Prescott is a game changer. I don't think he is. Hell, to me, he's proven that he's not. That he's definitely a game manager more than anything else. An elite game manager. A very, very good game manager. Maybe the best. Yeah. But on that verge of being a game changer, but he's not.
Right.
My issue was not even what Cam said or anything. My issue was there's a girl on ESPN named Kimberly Martin, and she came out, and of course her first statement was, "I ain't even gonna talk about his outfit." Okay, what? All right, you're not funny, but
I do want to talk about his outfit though.
Right? No, I had a problem with that though. I didn't think that was cute. I didn't think that was funny. I thought that was beyond disrespectful. And then she continued to go on to talk about like you're a guy sitting in there's people on their couches watching me, which and they was up here, and you're sitting there, in their mom basement watching her or whatever, blah blah. And she was like, you're sitting there being one of them on your couch, critiquing them and this and that. Hold on. There's one thing to go at his point and say, well, I don't agree with what he said, and just strictly stick to that. I would have had no issue with that if you didn't agree and you felt, so-and-so is a game changer, whatever, and you talk strictly on what he said. To come and take personal shots at him, I had a problem with, because that was uncalled for. Like, you ain't never played a game. This is a guy, like, the disrespect. This is a guy who, there's most guys in a whole career who won't have 4,000 yards in one season as a passer. He did that his rookie year. This is a guy who brought really bad Carolina teams to the playoffs. This is a guy who won MVP. This is a guy who went to a fucking Super Bowl. And you have to nerve to disrespect him like that and take personal shots at him and not even talk about why you disagree with the statement. Just stick on the statement. Just stick on the football aspect of it. Why are you taking personal shots at Cam Newton, a guy who's played the game and who has a right to have an opinion more than you? You ain't never played football. All your ass did was sit there and watch on the sidelines. Okay? You ain't never once done anything in football or anything irrelevant to the game of football. You've done just as much as I have.
Very true.
So I find that to be extremely disrespectful. You could have came at it and said, I disagree with him, and I think I don't care about that. But to take personal shots is my biggest issue. That was my issue with that. Like, why are you taking personal shots as if you were anybody? Like, yeah, you on ESPN. That's cool. But I mean, somebody can very well say you're only up there because they need a female to talk football.
Okay, why are there even? This is gonna sound so fucking terrible. Why do we even have women broadcasters in male sports?
That does sound horrible. That's the point I was saying though. There's gonna be people like that who are gonna say, "Why do we have them up there?" And that could be the argument of why they can't even have you up there. I'm not saying that's the case. And then again, that is horrible. I'm not saying that's the case.
It is horrible.
I'm just saying.
Even my wife says that. Even my wife will say, "Why the fuck? What has this woman done?"
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Like,
you got
like
on
what
that
football
channel,
has she played?
You have a bunch of ex-players up there talking. And Greeny, he's Greeny. He's been on ESPN. This is show. He's gonna be up there. He's the man. But you have ex-players up there talking, and then you're there, a sideline reporter.
Right, but like what? What
makes you more special than that guy sitting on his couch talking about, tweeting out or whatever? Like, what makes you more special? Because you sat there and you listened to other players talk? I have too. I mean, I've sit there and watched them on TV. The point is, I didn't like the personal shots. You had no reason to take a personal shot at Cam Newton because you disagreed with what he had to say. To me, that proves that you really don't know what you're talking about, because you needed to take a personal shot at him just to try to get your point across instead of being good enough to actually just get your point across.
Right. I'm with you.
So, yeah, that was my thing, my little rant there, because I didn't like that. And I thought that was unfair to Cam. That was just messed up.
100%. I'm with you.
Put respect on his name.
Put some respect. All three of y'all.
All three of y'all.
Oh, shit. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We gotta talk about the big buzz of the week. This one's a real slap in the face.
I told you it was gonna happen.
This one's a real punch in the kidneys.
I predicted this, though.
Jonathan Majors fired by Marvel after getting a guilty verdict in court. Now I gotta beat this bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She done fucked up the MCU. Now I gotta slap this bitch around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. Bro.
Man.
It's typical. Like I this whole phase, this whole everything that's going on. Look, honestly, I say we hire Robert Downey Jr. in that Tropic Thunder blackface, and we just throw him in as Kang. I think
we're not going to do that.
I think that'd be the funniest fucking thing ever.
He is joking He is joking. This is not serious whatsoever. He is joking.
No, you know who the other name that came up is the dude who played Rhodey the first time.
Oh, really? No, that'd be a terrible idea.
No,
That was
it was a joke, but they were like,
oh, okay.
to like bring him back as well. No, the real rumor right now is Will Smith.
No, seriously?
Yeah.
No, you're joking, right?
No, that's like the front runner right now is Will Smith. They said they're gonna replace him with Will Smith.
So Marvel really don't know what they're doing anymore, huh?
I guess.
You know
I don't
how
know.
terrible and stupid of an idea that is?
I mean, he can act.
Yeah, no. I would not want him playing Kang. Like, I watched a shitload of Will Smith movies. I, Robot is one of my personal favorite movies. I love I, Robot. I like a lot of Will Smith stuff, but no, I don't want him as Kang. I don't think he'll play a good Kang. I don't think he'll work. And plus, I mean, honestly, I can't remember. It's a British actor. I think he was on either a show or a movie. It's called like Spooks or something. I was a British actor, black guy. He would probably. I think he should be somebody they should look at.
I have no idea.
I think Denzel Washington's son could be an interesting.
Actually,
choice.
Denzel was thrown around. That name was thrown around too.
I think his son would be a better choice.
His son?
Yeah.
Be interesting.
Yeah, I think it would be very interesting. But the point is, honestly, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'll continue to say it. Kang being the whole big thing of the Secret Wars made no sense anyway. Again, in the 80s and in the 2015 version, both versions, it was Doom. He was the big factor.
I think Doom was going to come in. It was going to be because it was going to be Kang or Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and then Avengers Secret Wars. So I think it was going to be like I think Doom was going to be a part of it all along. I think Kang was just kind of like leading us to it.
Maybe.
I've said it before where I thought that Kang was going to be like the Loki and Doom was going to be the Thanos.
The problem
this whole thing that they were doing.
Some of the crazy rumors is I don't know. Marvel don't know what they're doing anymore. They really don't.
Yeah.
And it's not about firing him because I've said it before. Especially if it went. I was up here saying it. Look, I get why Marvel is doing what they're doing. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I said I would have fired him. Unfortunately, because like out of all those guys that you had, you didn't have people bringing this kind of heat to Marvel until he did it. So I understood fully what they was doing, and when they fired him, I couldn't be like, "Oh, that's fucked up." I was just like, "Yeah, they had no choice, honestly." And then, especially now with some of the stuff that's getting leaked out, like, nah, they definitely couldn't keep him. Because some of these text messages and audios that's coming out now is making him look real bad. Worse than what he already looked.
Yeah.
So I get it. They had no choice. And I said on my Instagram, I personally think his career's over. Like, I don't think he's gonna really bounce back from this. I personally don't. I don't think he's gonna bounce back. And what I mean by that, and what I mean by career over, let me define that. I don't mean that he's never gonna work again. I don't think he's gonna be as hot as he was last year.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't think he's ever gonna be what he was, because even Michael B. Jordan is apparently distancing himself from him. So like he's lost all these endorsements, this and that. Like, he can bounce back, he can still have a good career, but I don't think he's ever gonna have that career that he was going to have. He was being skyrocketed.
Oh, for sure.
He would have been up there with some of the top actors, and I don't think he's gonna be there anymore. I think he's gonna be forever a C. At best, a B- actor because of this incident. I don't think he'll ever be.
We'll see.
We will. But
actors have come back from crazier shit than that, bro.
Him or what? Do you think they should have stuck with him?
Nah, I mean, I understand what they're doing from a PR standpoint. Like, as long as they don't just cut the Kang character and they just go ahead and recast. Like, let's just get a recasting and move on. If they're just like, you know what, we're just going to rewrite the next 5 movies now. And then I'm going to be like, all right, this is just stupid.
I don't know.
But, like, I understand
that they changed the name.
They had already done that. They had already done that.
Okay.
because they got rid of the director or the writer or whatever, because they changed a lot of stuff leading it. It seems like they knew like this was happening.
Well, remember what happened in the end of the Loki season? It basically was putting them out to where they can say Kang is gone now.
Oh, 100%. That's what I'm saying, because the way that Loki season 2 ended, they don't have to have Kang or Loki again ever. It could just be that they don't have to have either of those characters. That could be the end of it.
But see, the difference is, at least with Loki, it's like, oh, well, he's just watching over now. But he wasn't like with Kang, they basically was setting it up where it's like, yeah, you don't have to worry about him ever again. Like Loki, at least there's that return. Kang, they kind of set it up was like, yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
So they could, in theory, just be like, yeah, that's it. Like, there's no more. Like his character, done.
Right. They could. It'd be annoying. I understand, but I hope that they recast and continue with what they had planned, and they don't have to change all their shit on the fly, because that's just going to make it worse and worse. I feel like just moving on, because if they're just so scrambled right now already, and now they're scrambling even more.
I mean, honestly, all the stuff I'm just hearing from Marvel, I'm not excited. I mean, I've said that before, but it's getting even worse, man. I heard the rumors of the X-Men movie being a female focus. I'm just like, my God. You guys, y'all just don't get it, do you? Y'all just really don't get it. Like you don't care about your fan base whatsoever anymore. Like you just
I'm tentatively excited about Echo, so we'll see about how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. I heard there's not much budget being put into it, but who knows? We'll see how that goes. They probably didn't have to really put much budget into it. It's not like she's, like fucking not like she's gonna be walking around here with the Phoenix Force in this series. I doubt that's gonna happen. So
of
you'll have to put some crazy amount of budget into it. And that could be actually a cool thing, the way it could look. It could look really cool. So there's a little tiny something there. I'll give it that. I'm same here, but man, like Marvel is just wow, how the mighty have fallen. That's basically what it's coming down to, man. Like their movies are getting worse and worse. Their sales are getting worse and worse. Their stock is getting worse and worse. Their ideas apparently is getting worse and worse. I mean, wow.
Yeah, we will see what they if they can recover, how they choose to come back. I don't know. We will see. I don't know.
I mean, like you said, you think they should recast Kang though, and not necessarily redo everything?
Yes, I think they should recast and continue.
If you had an actor, who would you pick? Do you have anybody right now you would think like, all right, he might work?
No, I really don't have someone off the top of the head where I'd be like, oh yeah, he'd be great. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. You said Denzel's son?
Yeah,
that'd be a good option.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I would pick, but I would definitely pick someone. Someone's got to replace him, man. Like, I don't know. I just couldn't see scrapping the plan,
right?
And doing something else just on the fly.
Especially I'm with you. Go on.
Especially when you've committed a movie and two seasons of a show to setting up a character that is now just not going to be anything. So now basically, like if you were to scrap them, basically you're discrediting the entirety of Loki. Like Loki just didn't matter.
Damn, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's deep.
Those two fucking seasons, like who cares? You know what I mean? Like it.
You're right.
It's just like, okay, cool. Loki season 1, season 2, but it really wasn't even a threat.
Nah. It's like, yeah. You completely made him a chump. You're right. You buried the character of Kang and you just made him a chump. Yeah, I feel you on that. Because you're lasting. The last day you're going to think about him, at least just movie wise, just continuity of him just getting his ass kicked and losing,
right,
and being a failure.
Yeah. And that finale of season 2 was just so crazy, so good.
Right.
Where where even like Kang was, or He Who Remains was like, how many times have we had this conversation? And them just going back and forth, and then Loki becoming God Loki, and just taking all the timelines and holding them down. I thought that was really cool, but it's like all of that would just be for nothing. Like the threat of Loki. I'll see you again real soon. All of me is coming to you. We're all there's a huge threat that we're building. You kind of saw it a little bit with the one variant that was trapped in the wherever the fuck with Ant-Man, Quantum Force, or Quantum Realm, and now all you had to do was one line of saying, "Oh, it looks like there was a 616 tangent universe, but it's contained now."
Yeah.
I'm like, that's it. That's Kang.
That's it.
That's all we got. We don't have all the iterations. We don't have him coming through. We don't have the one where he tries to be a superhero with Young Avengers. We don't have that's why I was saying that I thought that he was really going to be like this phase's Loki, while Doom was probably going to come through here soon, probably introduced in the Fantastic Four movie, would be like, yes, and then he would be like the ending, the big bad, or even going forward into the next phase or whatever. But whatever, we'll see what they do.
I mean, I'm with you because it's to me it's so much simpler if you recast, and then at the end of the Dynasty movie, Doom gets the powers or whatever, and you go from there. You have him kill him in that movie. Doom be the ones who kill Kang, and then you just go from there. But like you said, I guess we're gonna have to see. It's something, man. Damn.
Final Dragon in the house. He says that Black Santa is going to be the one to replace Kang as the main villain. There we go. I love to see it.
I mean, always good to have you here, Dragon, my boy. And I mean, you're not wrong. I've been thinking about it. I have been thinking about it, but it's the holiday season right now. I got too many gifts to give y'all. Like, so, you got stuff to worry about.
Oh shit! All right, we have some anime news. We got My Hero Academia it's got the live action in early production stages at Netflix right now, which is pretty exciting.
It is.
Yu Yu Hakusho released. Did you watch that on Netflix?
I did watch the Yu Yu Hakusho one. Yes.
Is it good?
So it's a weird one. Okay.
It's a weird one.
It's not bad, but as a diehard Yu Yu Hakusho fan, it's too rushed, and like the big bad Dagoro, and this is not really spoilers, this is just a thing of who he is. His character to me was not portrayed very well, not by the actor. The actor was fine. It's just what they had him do was very disappointing. So I'm not going to really spoil this, but like Tagoro was like kind of shitted on, in my opinion. And it's good, but it's a bad it's not a good Yu Yu Hakusho series, honestly. It's only like 5 episodes, I believe. So it's not a good adaptation of Yu Yu Hakusho, but it's not a bad series though. Like the production and stuff was fine, the actress was fine. The actor who played Kuwabara, he was hitting it. He was a good Kuwabara. And I know a lot of people didn't like how he looked and was like, "Oh, that's Kuwabara." Well, dude, if you look at Kuwabara in the anime, it's gonna be really fucking hard to make a live Kuwabara. Like, look at his fucking hair. Like, come on, stop it. Then the guy did a good job. So the actor was fine. The scenery, like it was fine, but it's just not a good Yu Yu Hakusho adaptation. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, yeah. So if you weren't like a huge fan before,
I would have been like, yeah, this is good. It was fine. Yeah, I would have liked it. But as a huge fan, I was like, oh, something is just stopping me from like really loving this. But yeah.
It's interesting because Netflix really seems to be all in on these live action anime adaptations. Because I mean, this is not anywhere near the first or last. It seems like that they're doing. But they're so inconsistent.
The problem is they rushed it. They felt they needed to tackle like basically everything leading up from Yu Yu Hakusho from the beginning when Yusuke first died to him coming back all the way to the dark tournament, which is arguably and I know like the Dragon Ball tournaments are the king, but the dark tournament might be the greatest anime tournament of all time. Okay. But they try to rush all of that into like 5 episodes and all that, and it's like that don't work.
Right.
You was better personally. They was better off just going from the beginning of Yu Yu Hakusho all the way up to the 3 Kings, and then teasing us for the dark tournament being the next part of it. They would have been better off just doing that, because the 3 Kings is still lit too, and you could have had some cool stuff go down instead of just combining all of it so quickly together. It doesn't work.
Right. So the pacing is just off.
Like, it's very confusing. If you're a Yu Yu Hakusho fan, you're like, wait, why is this happening already? What the fuck is this? And like even Genkai was done really dirty. So it's like, because they had to rush everything. So that's their biggest issue.
They're rushing.
They rushed it, yeah. So that becomes now a little bit of my fear for now. Oh shit, are they gonna rush my hero? Because there's a lot of stuff that happens in my hero. Like with One Piece, it was a lot easier and you didn't have to rush so much to get to certain things. But with the best parts of a series like Yu Yu Hakusho and My Hero, you might have to rush some things. So that would be my worry. But just as a series, and like I said, if I wasn't a fan, still not bad. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. And you would think that they would slow it down. Like, they don't have to throw everything in at the first season, because wouldn't you think that they would want to continue like building and releasing more seasons and making more money off of it that way? You would think. I don't know. And
they could have done bank off of focusing the entire dark tournament on your next season. All the badass fights you had in the dark tournament, all the most craziest moments, like that is Yu Yu Hakusho's best arc, is the dark tournament. And again, they had some great arcs going forward. And I guess technically now the next arc they would probably do would be the Chapter Black, which is a great arc too. But the dark tournament is Yu Yu Hakusho's grandest thing. It is the number 1 arc. And because hell, they even tried to redo it again for their final arc, but that got rushed because the creator, he's very sick. And he was sick at that point. He's sick now. And it's ended up being rushed. But the dark tournament is Yu Yu Hakusho's bread and butter. It's the number 1 thing. So you could have publicity, like the whole publicity for the second freaking season could have been that, and it would have been unbelievable. Right. But unfortunately, like I said, that's not the case. So
that's tough.
It is tough.
All right.
I love me some Yu Yu Hakusho. That was tough.
No, I know you do. I'll try to check it out, but yeah, I mean, with that review, I'm just gonna be like, we'll see when I get to it. We got news of an animated Black Panther spinoff that's been announced by Disney. It's called Eyes of Wakanda, and it's gonna be about members of Wakanda going out around the world trying to retrieve certain artifacts. Don't know why it's necessary, but that's something that's happening.
That is a very weird premise. What's the time frame? Is this like modern day?
I guess. Yeah.
That's even weirder. At least if it was like ancient times or something like far back, maybe that'd make more sense. But okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Also,
we have a Spider-Man noir live action that's been greenlit.
Really?
So that could be
all be in black and white.
Maybe, possibly. It'd be cool if it was black, white, and red.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like Sin City.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be kind of dope. So that'll be interesting. We have a Lex Luthor cast.
Do we?
Nicholas Hoult has been cast as Lex Luthor. He's a British actor who I know him from The Great, where he plays Peter on the show from Hulu. He plays like Peter the Great from Russia, and he's like a super dick. Like, he's hilarious, and like he's just a fucking dick the whole time.
So
He's a good actor. He's a good actor. I was kind of excited when I heard the announcement.
Okay.
As long as they get him shave his head and we don't get the fucking mullet or whatever the hell was
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
don't give us hair. Just shave his head. Yeah.
Yeah, just shave his head right off the bat, please. And let's go from there. And I mean,
I know that some people are gonna be like, well, in the beginning, it's like, in the beginning, Lex Luthor had hair. Yeah, shut up. No one cares. No one cares about that Lex Luthor. We only care about the one that was bald. So shut the fuck up and shave his head.
Shave his goddamn head. Apparently, he had some meetings with James Gunn, and James Gunn was super excited about working with them. So that could be good. So James Gunn has also gone on record saying that Lex Luthor is his favorite DC character. So it's got to be, he was looking for the right person for sure. Then
I would think so. Now, see, with you being excited, that excites me for that casting.
Yeah, so, I mean, I know you. I don't think you'd be interested in the show, dude. Honestly, I wasn't even interested. Again, it was called The Great on Hulu. Alexis found it and she was watching it, and I just found myself watching it. I was like, there were certain scenes where I was like, this dude's like such an ass, and it's just like it was funny, but like I wasn't like into the show so much. But I feel like him as the actor, it was a good choice. Just from what I've seen from that. I know he's done other stuff. I can't remember what else he's done.
But yeah, that's what you've seen. So that works.
We also have a cast for the Sentry in Marvel. I don't know if you heard about this. This was leaked by Robert Kirkman, the writer of Walking Dead and Invincible. And he said that Steven Yeun, who does the voice for Invincible, is going to be Sentry in Marvel.
Oh, that's
just
cool.
Leaked it on a podcast without any kind of like,
no setup, no nothing. Just like, so this
he's just like, let me leak some major news for you.
I like that though. That's cool. That's cool. You can do that sometimes. Just a random podcast. Be like, so let me tell you something. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
What is the Sentry supposed to show up? Is there any idea what he's even supposed to show up in first?
I don't know. And what fucking like why are we getting the Sentry?
I mean, the Sentry's badass though.
Yes, but what do we need him for right now? How here think about how fucking nerfed the Hulk is.
Oh God, yeah.
Now we're getting the Sentry who took down the Hulk, World Breaker Hulk.
Yeah, they went
like, who is he going up against? Who stands a chance against Sentry? Who? I'm wondering. The owls are wondering.
The owls are wondering, bro.
The owls are wondering who the fuck is standing a chance against the Sentry in Marvel right now. She-Hulk? Okay.
Shit's working to death.
Yeah. She's gonna ride that dick until he fucking dies. Okay. Yelena? Okay. Yeah. All right. Who? I don't understand what we need the Sentry for.
Nah, you're right, man. Because you're right. So that does make me worry that when we do get him, he's gonna be so nerfed and weak.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. Like, people were excited, and I was just like, I'm not very excited. But that's just me. Maybe it's gonna be awesome. I don't know. But I feel like it's not gonna be awesome. And then we have news of a possible Deadpool 3 trailer finally hitting during the Super Bowl. So we got to keep an eye out for that, but that's not for a couple months. But all the leaks, dude, once the set pictures started leaking and Ryan Reynolds started trolling about who was going to be in the movie, like, that shit was cracking me up, where he was just like putting the most random fucking people into the pictures with him.
Oh, so that Super Bowl commercial is going to be amazing. It's going to be funny. It's going to be probably lit. He'll probably do another thing like this. Is going to be funny. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
If it drops during the Super Bowl, I have full faith in the Deadpool project. I love the first one. The second one was decent. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it was still great. And then, yeah, I mean, as long as they keep on that mindset and that frame of mind, and Disney don't try to fuck with it too much, then I think we will be all right.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Oh, we had the video game awards come. You gotta let us know a little bit about that, because we had the video game awards happen while we were gone.
Yes, we did. Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year, which I figured it would. I thought it would win Game of the Year. There was a lot of great games that came out this year. Is it my personal Game of the Year? No, but
Okay.
I
What's your
figured it
personal
would
game of the
be
year?
Game of the Year. Huh?
What's your personal game of the year?
My personal Game of the Year. Again, a lot of great games came out this year. A lot of great DLCs came out this year too, but just game wise, ooh man. And this is a tough one. Again, this is just my personal thing. I enjoyed the hell out of Starfield.
Okay.
So Starfield would probably be mine. It has a lot of issues though. There's a lot of issues they need to air out with Starfield for sure. Remnant 2 was an amazing game. Street Fighter was awesome. That Street Fighter did win Fighting Game of the Year though, so that was awesome.
Okay.
Well deserved.
Okay.
So that was a big win, beating Mortal Kombat and all those other great fighting games that came out this year, and well deserved. Capcom should be very proud of themselves for that, because Street Fighter is fucking lit. Alan Walker too got a lot of awards, and I've never really played that game. It's just one. It's like the first one was to me, but it was like a cult classic that got really big, and then they had like another game. I can't remember the other game, like Control some other game came out, and then this one popped out of nowhere and was like winning like a bunch of awards and was up for Game of the Year and just a bunch of other crazy stuff. And again,
okay,
I never really played that game, so I can't speak too much on it, but people love it, so I will give it that.
Okay.
Cyberpunk won some stuff too.
Okay.
They won, I think, DLC expansion of the year, which they definitely deserve. Phantom Liberty was definitely the best expansion that came out this year, so they definitely deserve that. It had probably the best commercials too for any expansion that came out this year. Like Cyberpunk did very well. Completely redeemed everything they needed to redeem. Comeback story of the year, hands down. It was the biggest issue with that the award show this year. They rushed a lot of the guys. Like, a lot of people couldn't really say too much of what they felt because they were just instantly rushed off stage. It was like some people was even like, when in the middle of their speech, they was like, gotta wrap it up, and they started playing the music to get them out of there. And I was like, they need to fix that, because that was disrespectful and kind of messed up.
Right.
So hopefully next year, they got a lot of complaints on that too. So I think next year they'll make sure that don't happen again.
Like, all right, keep it moving. Let's go.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. Like, keep it. You said like, oh, I'm happy we won, and they're like, all right, that's enough, too much.
Yeah. All right, shut the fuck up. Let's go on to the next award, please.
Yeah. Next award, man. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. Go.
How do you feel? Didn't Spider-Man 2 got nominated for a whole bunch of stuff and then won nothing, right?
Yeah, it didn't win anything. It was actually up there for Game of the Year. I did not think it was going to win it. Honestly, to be real with you, Spider-Man 2 was fine, but I didn't think it would. I don't think it was good enough to beat any of the, like, everything that won out over it, I think was fair. Like, I don't think Spider-Man 2 did anything too good where it should have beat any of those games that won over it.
I was reading something earlier where Sony spent more on Spider-Man 2 video game than they did on any of their movies involving Spider-Man.
Ain't that crazy?
That's fucking wild.
That is beyond
They
wild.
spent more on the video game than any of the movies involving Spider-Man. That's just mind-blowing to me.
I mean, that shows how much they believed in the game, as well as just, I mean, how much, the graphics and like the stuff you got to put into these games, how much that shit costs. Like, to make your game look good, it ain't cheap. Like, to make your game look good, sound good, the voice actors, that stuff ain't cheap.
Yeah.
So it shows how much you got to put into that stuff. And that's, I guess, what ended up happening. But again, Spider-Man 2 is a good game. I think I played it. It's a fun game. It does have a lot of flaws too. I don't personally think it's really better than the first game, but it is a fun game for sure. It is definitely.
Do you think it's better than the Miles game?
Yeah, I think it's better than the Miles game. Yeah, but I don't think it's better than the first one. No.
Okay.
I don't think it's better than Spider-Man PS4. I don't think it's better than that, but it does have a lot of like cool things they added, like the windsuit where you can the gliding in the air with the windsuit is pretty cool, and there's a lot of cool things they added with the game that's just amazing. A lot of good quality of life, you would say, they did to the game, which is awesome. Made a lot of things easier and smarter to do. But as just comparing the two games, like it may be more easier and more funner to play the second game, but comparing the two is just when they came. The first one is still a better game.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like good game, and the fact that it was nominated for all those things is still a win. It may not have won anything, but still getting nominated for a lot of those things was a huge win.
Sure.
So and it did good. It was overall it was okay. I mean, overall it was okay. It wasn't as good as last year, you know, Elden Ring and all that stuff. It wasn't any game that was like Elden Ring, but one more props to Baldur's Gate 3. That is a company that is not as big as a Firm Software or as Sony and all that stuff. And the fact that they won Game of the Year and all the awards they won outside of that is still amazing. It is almost as an indie person winning Game of the Year. They're not exactly an indie, but still they're close to that. So for them to win and to do all that, amazing.
That's awesome. So yeah. Very cool. We also got news that there's going to be a Blade video game out of that awards.
Yes, that was
show.
I laughed my ass off when I saw it. I was like, "Wow, we're going to get a Blade game before we get the fucking movie."
Before we get the movie, yeah, no, for sure, we're going to get the fucking game before we get the movie. That's crazy.
It is, and it's by Bethesda too. And I love me some Bethesda. They make Starfield and Skyrim and all that stuff. Ooh, love that.
How wild would it be if there were like spoilers for the movie in the game? People playing the game like, damn, this is kind of crazy. Like,
but I guess I don't even need to watch the movie.
Yeah, I just played the movie, bro. Damn.
Yeah, I just played the movie. Shit, cool. Yeah, took so long. Finally got it though. Finally got that movie in video game form.
Oh my god, that's funny. All right, so I'm out of comic book related news. I have 2 trailers if you want to hit them. Did you have anything else?
I do want to say this though, real quick, because since we've gone for so long, I was disappointed that the Invincibles was like so short. It was like what, 5 episodes?
Bro, they split the season, so it's coming back again in a month or so.
I was like, that's it. Just when it's getting so good.
So it's coming back in like a month or so, but they split the season into 2 parts.
Okay. I didn't know it was coming back so soon, at least, but I was like, man, that sucks. That final fight at the end was lit though, especially when Omni-Man is telling this dude like, bro, you're holding back.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not. He's like, no, yes, you are.
He's like, no, yes, you are. Either you're about to die, and we're both about to die, or you need to fuck this motherfucker up.
Yes, and you saw what happened with that. Shows how, because remember, the Viltrumite, you get stronger the older you get.
Right.
And now, I will say this was kind of interesting. The old lady that he fought, I can't remember her name. You remember her name?
I don't.
So we're gonna go a little manga here. Manga. This ain't what comics, but you get the point. We're gonna go comics here because what Vinny got before I go?
Vinyl says I wouldn't doubt it if they do that. I think talking about like the spoilers in the Blade game, said that Funko and Marvel Legends spoil some of the movie stuff that way. Yeah, we've talked about how Lego likes to spoil shit before movies or trailers are even coming out. They'll release their Lego set and they're like, including this character that's being announced for the first time. That shit drives me nuts. But go ahead. What were you talking about?
I said Vinny, I meant to say Vinyl. But anyway,
Vinny Testaverde over here.
Vinny Testaverde over here. So in the comics, the lady that he fought is a lot younger.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure she's the same age as like Anissa, which we'll get to her eventually in the series. But I'm pretty sure, James, you know who that is. I'm pretty sure they're like the same age. So that's why I'm like, they can't make her older because of how important she is to the series. So
Right.
why did they make this one older? That threw me off a little bit because like she's not that old in the comics whatsoever. So they made her like granny out here. I was like, huh. Oh, that is her. Okay. But
That's
no,
interesting.
again, if you just look at the lore wise though, that shows just how powerful Mark really is though. Like,
Yeah.
this dude was like, once he stopped playing around, he whooped her ass.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
And what's funny about it, the combo he did at the end was pretty much the same combo that Omni-Man did to what's that dude name? The Immortal.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same
that.
combo. The only difference is Omni-Man knocked my man head off. He decapitated him.
Right.
Mark was not trying to do that. And remember, Mark saw that combo because he caught my man head.
Right.
So Mark seen that move. He just didn't want to kill her. Again, still holding back.
Holding back. Yeah, for sure.
And that led to, him getting stabbed, and Omni-Man happened to save him again. Because that's what he was doing it multiple times in the fight, saving this dude.
Yep.
It led to him having his guard down. What led to the end. But no, it shows seriously just how much of a beast Mark is, though. Like,
which is going to be interesting to see if he really can, or in the show. I guess spoilers for whatever for people who haven't read the comic, but like as far because Mark is half Viltrumite, right? So he's half human, half Viltrumite. So for him to start becoming stronger than pure Viltrumite, it's going to be interesting to see. Going forward and where when he starts, because he really don't have that like the savage, like what you're talking about, where he's holding back, he's not going for the kill shot, anything like that. But once he starts getting to that point,
it's a whole different story.
Oh boy,
it's a whole different story. But it's not like being like, honestly though. All right, I'm not gonna go spoiler, but I am gonna say something that's important though. So somewhat spoiler, but not really. But what the reason why it's not just like, oh well, he's one of the main things is like who Omni-Man's dad is and who Mark's like ancestry from where Mark comes from,
right?
All that potential and stuff, like that's huge.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Omni-Man, oh my god, like that it was a good season though. Like it was fun. I enjoyed those episodes. That I was like, man, this is cool.
I wonder when it's coming. Like I know they're resuming because they said it was like a pause and then let's see, Invincible season resumes. Probably they said it was supposed to resume January 5th, and it would only be a 5-week break. Season 2 will come to Prime Video at some point in 2024. It's no longer January 5th, but it will be something.
Damn.
I'm assuming it's going to be early 2024, but I mean,
we don't get that shit again to December.
No, that would be crazy if we have to wait a whole year in between parts of the season. Why would you even call it at that point? Just call it season 3.
Might as well. One more thing too. I want you to add to one more trailer if you don't mind. I want you to add the Bleach 1000 Year part 3. I think it is. I haven't seen the latest trailer. I want to see it up here.
Bleach 1000.
The Blood War arc. Blood War
part 3.
I think it's part 3. It should be the latest trailer to come out. So look at the time frame, but we should be on part 3 now.
Blood War trailer. Part 3 trailer. Let's see. Yeah, okay. 4 days ago. Does that sound about right?
I want to see that. Cool. But yeah, to finish off, I guess that sucks. I wanted to see more.
Yeah, so four episodes down, and they're supposed to release another 4. Okay. I'm guessing, if not in January, then in February.
Because even that, man, only 8 episodes,
Well, that's what the first season was.
Oh, was it really? It was only 8?
Yeah.
Damn. Felt like it was more.
Yeah. Well, they're so long, which
They
is a
are
good
long.
thing.
That's fair.
They are
That's fair.
long. They are long episodes, but
That's
I'll
true.
definitely have to go back and rewatch the first 4 again before
Same.
jumping into the next ones.
Same. Yeah.
I hate. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I can't stand the fact that these streaming platforms have done this week to week shit. I miss just dropping the whole fucking season on one day and saying go at it.
Yeah. This is their
That's
way
what.
now of just making sure they keep their numbers,
Yeah, they keep their subscribers, keep you coming back, whatever. Echo apparently is going to be released all at once, though.
Okay, so at least we'll be able to be like, all right, we'll get a full idea of what it is,
Yeah, so Echo, Disney Plus is dropping the whole Echo, boom, right at one, all at once.
How many episodes?
Oh, I don't know. I can check for you, though.
I feel like it can't be that many then, for sure. I'll say 6, 7 at most.
5 episodes.
Oh, damn. Wasn't even okay. Yeah,
that's dropping right. On January 9th. 5 episodes all at once dropping. Or even like how The Boys does it, where they drop like 3 episodes on opening week, and then we go week to week. I can't stand the fucking 1 episode a week, and especially with what Invincible's doing, and then we gotta take a fucking over 6-week break, and then the next 4. Oh my gosh!
I mean, Bleach is doing the same thing. I mean, think about it. This is part 3. Like, all right, Bleach is on the exact same thing, and like these live and stream networks are just doing that shit, man. It sucks, but that's what they're doing.
All right, let's go ahead and do some trailers. I'll start with the Bleach. You wanted to see Bleach 1000 Year Blood War trailer. All right. Whoa. Hold on. Sorry, it just started immediately. All right, ready?
Yeah. Oh, Grimjaw. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Oh man, that's gonna be a part 4 too, though. They're gonna be a part 4. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a part 4. Oh, that is dope, though. I like that. They show some cool stuff in there. I'm really excited for. Oh, definitely seeing Grimjaw. But no, that was a nice little teaser for us. But yeah, I could tell there's gonna be a part 4.
Why didn't they have any dialogue in the trailer?
I don't know. I guess they just wanted to just
something particular to Bleach.
Well, no, not necessarily. I guess like I don't know. It comes across because like to me, again, it's just an opinion thing. But like the main villain group, they're kind of like Nazis in a way, and that trailer and the music kind of seemed like that was kind of the vibe.
Gotcha.
So maybe they were just trying to go with that vibe, but it was dope though.
Yeah. All right. Hell yeah. All right. Let's what's the next trailer we got? We got Echo and The Boys. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do Echo and save The Boys for last.
All right. Let's go ahead. Hit Echo. This is the newest trailer for Echo.
Exclusively on Hulu and Disney Plus.
Voice.
For your loyalty. Viewer discretion is advised. On January 9th. All 5 episodes. 1 killer drop. I wouldn't have it any other way. Don't miss Marvel's most intense series yet. Maya, enough games. If you want a war,
God damn.
you'll have it. Marvel Studios Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th at 6 p.m. PT. Set your Disney Plus profile to TVMA to stream.
I don't know, man.
Uh-huh.
I'm tentatively excited about this shit.
No, same. I feel the same. That was a good one. That was good. And it's funny, as a wrestling fan, when I hear him say, "You want a war?" I think of Scott Hall, and he's like, "You want a war? You're gonna get one." When he joined WCW and jumped from WCWF at the time to WCW. But anyway, no, that was dope. That was good because it's like it's gonna be definitely action, bloody, gory. And it's just going to be interesting. It looks like at least going to be interesting. So I'm good. Good job.
I'm with it so far. The first trailer had me hooked. The second trailer still got me hooked. So
same.
I'm hoping, and the fact that all five episodes are dropping. Oh my gosh, we're pacing out for one of the better Disney Plus drops yet. If it goes good.
If it goes good, and honestly, it'll be a long time since we really had a good one, right? Outside of Loki, honestly.
Outside of Loki, I mean, WandaVision.
Shit.
And that was like the intrigue keeping you week to week or whatever was a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we haven't really seen an outstanding one.
No.
Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, I know. That's how I'm feeling. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. All right, this one.
I want to go out there and go knuckle somebody up real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah. Like, damn, I'm about to work for the Kingpin now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Let's go, man. Let's do this.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. We got The Boys. Somehow I have still yet to see this trailer, so I'm very excited to watch this. One.
I was literally saving it. Like, no, I'll not watch it. Until
I'm so pumped for The Boys season 4 to come.
Hell yeah.
And anything The Boys, really. So I'm excited to watch this trailer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's without further ado, let's throw this thing on.
Let's do this shit.
Oh, starting with Homelander Backhead. All right, okay, all right.
Rome. Greece. All democracies fail because people are fucking stupid. But if you crush the masses, who builds your monuments? Who tongues your taint? The people will tear it apart themselves. You just gotta nudge them a little. Then you get to swoop in and be the one saving it.
Like Caesar.
Like Caesar.
Don't worry. If there's hell below.
Oh, God.
Oh, hell.
To watch their balls crushed.
Your team. What's your code name again?
The Boys.
Oof. Who came up with that shit?
Yo, they had no. You see, Noir was back.
Yeah, I did.
Where was
still
he?
Kicking?
There he is, right there.
Yeah, he's still kicking.
So, well, I thought he died.
Apparently, he didn't.
I wonder if they're going to bring.
Unless it's a clone.
I wonder if they're going to bring back the legit way that they had Noir, because in the comics he's a clone of Homelander.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if they're going to bring. I wonder if they're going to do it that way. I'm pretty sure they killed that motherfucker in the last season.
Maybe.
So now they're bringing him back because it looks like it's like the bring back. Because look at the Deep. Look at that fucking goofy ass pose that he's got going on, and and A-Train, because both of them had been out of the 7 before, and now with I think they're trying to like rebuild the 7. You know what I love the most about The Boys is that as like it takes the material that's been written forever ago. I mean, we're talking about a story from like early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, and it makes it so prevalent to what's happening today. The civil, like, it was so obvious that they're playing the civil unrest, Democrats against Republicans thing that they got going on with Homelander against the head blower upper. I forgot her name for a second, Newman. And so like the way that they're just giving us that analogy is just so genius, I think.
Agreed, man. Ah, man. It reminds me and I still think they're doing it even better because again, like you said, this was something that was done in the 80s, but they're making it so modern and so cool. It's like South Park. How South Park that's why their writers do that shit. Like they'll do the episode like right before it's really due, so they can stay up to date as possible. And that stuff always just made it more funnier and more interesting. So yeah, that's how you keep up too. You know,
for sure. I am beyond excited. It said coming soon, but it didn't give us a date. What the hell?
We don't have a date, do we? What does coming soon mean?
I don't know. It just says expected to be released in 2024 is what Google is saying right now. But the trailer said coming soon.
Bro, everything is just some point.
When I tell a girl I'm coming soon, that means I'm fucking coming soon. That don't mean I'm coming in 2024. Trust.
That's true. That's true. That's facts right there. That's facts right there.
So I need Prime to let me know when this shit
when is they coming.
Yeah, I need to expect when the load is about to hit my face. Pause. Okay.
What the fuck? Pause. Yeah. What the fuck?
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Oh shit. No, but for real.
Pause again. Oh, fuck.
I just need to know, for personal reasons.
Pause.
I'm so excited though. I can't explain how excited I am.
No, same.
I'm just so damn excited, and the fact that they've got they did so well with the Gen V show, and then that's been renewed. So we're going back and forth, and they're talking about introducing yet another show. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's almost like it's too much of a good thing. I hope they make sure that
that's what I was just about
to
say. It's exciting, but they got to be careful because if they go too crazy, we can have a Marvel situation all over again. Too much stuff happening. Just calm it down. Just calm it down.
It's Final saying over here. He said, James, did you tell Santa how much you loved Marvels? I still ain't seen that shit. I'll tell you what the last superhero movie I watched, it was I finally got to watch Blue Beetle, which I really liked.
Oh, so you did like Blue Beetle?
I did like Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle hit HBO Max. As soon as I seen that, I was like, well, I got to check it out. And it was great. I really liked it.
Oh, man, I'm happy you checked that out. You still haven't checked out Cyberpunk, but that's cool. I'm not mad. Not mad at all.
I did not expect that to come up.
Yeah, I gotta say this before we go too. Maybe you'll understand this more because you read the books I believe too. Charles ain't gonna like this, but I don't care. I'm doing it anyway because it's funny. So okay. Charles took a test for Harry Potter, right? What school he'll go to, and they said he'll go to Hufflepuffs. What the fuck is a Hufflepuff?
The Hufflepuffs.
Yeah.
It's usually the house that's looked at as like
bunch of pansies.
Kinda
sound like some pansies. Sound like some chumps.
Yeah, it's like the one that
the whole time because he's a Hufflepuff now. It just sounds funny. A Hufflepuff.
I think in the books they say that they value friendship and I don't know, something else. But it's like because
Bunch of
Ravenclaw, I feel like it was like the smarty pants type, like they're cunning and they're smart. Slytherin was more like not necessarily evil, but
badass.
I mean, kind of, yeah. It was just more that like they put themselves. It was more narcissistic, like they put themselves first always to get ahead, type of thing. And then Gryffindor was like the bravery and loyalty was kind of like. So that was like their main tributes, but it didn't necessarily have to follow that to be placed in the houses.
Yeah, so my big brother Charles is a Hufflepuff.
Okay. All right. That just means he values them friendships, bro.
Nah, he's a pansy. It's good to know. I've been fucking with him the whole time. He's like, I should have never told you that. You shouldn't have. I don't know. Why did you tell me that and think that I wasn't going to fuck with you after hearing
Why is this grown-ass man taking tests about what Hogwarts house he's going to be placed in anyway?
It's because of the girl he was talking to. So
motherfucker has a kid. He ain't got something better to do with his time than to take a fucking...
The girl's a Harry Potter fan. She wanted him to do the test too, so he did the test. And he came up in a
he's trying to get some
her.
pussy.
They're both Hufflepuffs.
See, you should have let off with that, bro.
Nah, it's funny if
he just answering the way that she wants him to answer so he can get in the
he didn't answer that way. He took the test and he came out as a Hufflepuff.
He's just trying to get in the panties.
I'm just saying, he took the test, he came out as a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, because he's answering the way
he didn't answer the way she wanted to. He just took the test.
Subliminally trying to get in the pants.
Well, look, I don't know, man.
Answering the answers where he's like, oh, yeah, she would like it if I answered like this.
Oh, I know. I got to get him some Hufflepuff gear.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty sure they
I don't even know what's their fucking. I don't even know their fucking color. What did you say? Hot Pocket?
Hot Topics.
Oh.
What? The fuck? But no, I'm pretty sure they saw that Hot Topics.
I definitely heard Hot Pocket, bro.
Nah, man, I know I said Hot Topics. I know I'm messed up. I know what I said. I said Hot Topics.
Final Dragon said Hufflepuff Puff Pass. Yo, that's funny. Oh my god! I don't even know what their fucking. Let's see. I forgot their colors.
I think he said they're like they're gopher,
yellow and black. It's a badger.
A badger, that's what it is. Yeah. That's right. A fucking see, that's some pansy shit. A badger, bro.
What if it's a honey badger?
At least a honey badger. They like dangerous.
Honey badger don't care.
That's what I'm saying, man. Honey badgers are dangerous. They kind of cool, but a regular badger, man.
Yeah.
I will admit though, black and yellow, that's a pretty cool color scheme, though.
Yeah. So basically, you just need to get them that Wiz Khalifa song.
Apparently.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. That's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. No.
I don't know anybody who took any of those tests, first of all, but anyone who would have gone with the Hufflepuff. Shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, All right, James, now you have to take that test. You and Alexis need to take that test, and then let me know what y'all be.
Last time I took one of the tests, it put me in Slytherin, but I don't know.
See? My man. That's what I'm talking about. My boy.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe things have changed. But I am still pretty selfish, so I don't know. Probably hasn't changed that much.
Fair enough.
I ain't putting too much ahead of myself. You know
sure
what I mean?
No damn Hufflepuff.
That's right.
I didn't think the stream would go to the talking about Hufflepuff so long, but yeah, apparently.
Yeah, I thought that was the house for the LGBTQ community. I thought that was that house. I thought that's what the Harry Potter. Yo, you know what's funny about Hufflepuff? Now I don't know why we're on a Harry Potter tangent now. But anyway, yo, they never fucking talk about Hufflepuff. Not only like in the books, but all like in the movies, in the books. They mention that it exists, but like you don't know nobody. Not one single main or minor character is from Hufflepuff. That means that Charles is an NPC.
He's just an NPC now. Oh my god, he's just there. He's just there. He's the guy in the background, 100%.
Obviously, because like the writer of the stories didn't even fucking write anyone from Hufflepuff.
They could have had at least one badass character from Hufflepuff, like just
that's what I'm saying.
Girl or this guy, one of them, maybe even both too, a girl and guy, whatever. Like somebody who was a monster from that group, who was like super smart and powerful, like that one. Even if they're the only one, you could have had one. They didn't get one.
At least one. Just get either a student or like someone with that background. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But nobody. It was. There were a few notable characters from Ravenclaw, but mostly it was just Gryffindor or Slytherin.
Yep.
Yeah, Hufflepuff got chumped out.
They got chumped out.
They're like, if you're put in that house, nobody gives a fuck about you, bro. You don't amount to shit. You ain't amounting to, you ain't amounting to shit except a mountain of shit. Bars.
Bars. Hufflepuff. Diss track.
Hufflepuff bars.
The diss track is coming, man.
Yeah, can you imagine a fucking
that'll be on Super Cold album right there, that Hufflepuff diss track.
That Hufflepuff Puff Pass.
That's the name of the track.
Oh my god. That's too funny. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We will be. Will we be back next week? You think we'll be back next week?
We'll definitely be back next week. But
I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, because Christmas is on Monday. And then it'll either be Wednesday or Thursday. Christy, just gotta let me know according to your schedule. I know times is crazy with the holidays, which is why we haven't been able to get many episodes out in the last month. But either Wednesday or Thursday, we will be here live, chilling, chatting. So come hang with us. Hit that like button. We appreciate you. Makes us feel good. Smash it and mash it. Rub your nutsack on it. I don't know.
That's right.
And as always, stay villainous and
fuck the Fantastic Four.